Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to the Cinderella phenomenon. Without any further ado, let's just jump into it. A week has passed and my days have been uneventful. I spend most of my time with Fritz, who shows me around Angeli every day that he is able. Most of the time I actively try to keep him out of the Leverton home so that Delora can continue her investigation. Apparently this is the only way she will let me help. At least she promised she'd tell me everything tonight. Well? This is a little hard to explain, but Alcaster is hiding something. Delora, I already knew that. Delora, I already know that! You didn't let me finish. When I say something, I mean everything. There are no clues here. Wait, before you throw that pillow at me, I really do have to tell you something. I know how Varg knew we'd left to go back to the Marchen. Somebody put wards on this house. That somebody is altered whenever someone crosses the threshold in and out of this place. Is that person a witch? Could be a fairy, but considering the circumstances, I'll put my money on a witch. Do you think Varg put up these wards? He's working for the witches, but I don't think he has the ability to put up these wards. The wards are nothing The wards are nothing like I've ever seen. They're like fine silk strands all around the house. Like a cobweb. Right, but you know what else I found? The web's not as strong around the back door. The door Varg took us through. That means we have a way out. A way out that will allow us to leave without Varg being notified. I do not think he will appear unless the witch who put the webs around this house finds out I'm gone. How do we know the witch won't be alerted if we use that door? Only one way to find out. I lean against the wall of the alleyway where I'd agreed to meet with Delora and catch my breath. I can't believe that worked. She had sent me out first, promising she would catch up with me once she made sure the witch wasn't going to come to the Leverton household when I left. Fritz said that he was tired from the all training. I'm just gonna assume that meant all the training he had done earlier in the day and retired to bed early. That worked in our favor and made it easier for us to leave the home. She's taking forever than I thought she would. Has she been found out? I step away from the wall when I hear footsteps. Delora? No. What have I told you about wandering off? Suddenly Varg is standing before me with a snide smile on his face. How did he know? Delora said he couldn't be the witch that put up the wards. Back away, stand your ground. Stand your ground, girl. He works for Sir Alcaster. He won't hurt me. I do not know how the witch plays into all of this and what his relationship is with them, but I have faith. Sir Alcaster does not want me harmed. Oh, this is a surprise. Who knew a sheltered little princess would have a backbone? But in this case, your bravado is stupidity. Varg takes another step forward. Though we are not touching, I can feel the suffocation of his presence. I attempt to take a step back and realize that my back is already against the wall. There's nothing more I can do. You should be afraid of me. Poor little ignorant princess. If only you knew what was in store for you. Now is no time to be a coward. Why don't you tell me then? Varg throws his head back and laughs. You are always a surprise, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you if you ask. Very nicely. How dare he? I like that defiant look on your face, princess. Whoa, you're getting a little bit close for comfort there. Varg moves forward, so close I can nearly feel his warmth. What is he doing? He is far too close. But I think I like the look of fear even more. Come on, I'm waiting, princess. Or do I overwhelm you? You have no right to tell me what to do. Varg slams his hand against the wall, effectively caging me in. Woo! Oh, damn! This is fan-fucking-tastic. Don't give him what he wants, me. Wait, what? Oh. He leans down toward me, his smile predatory, but I do not flinch away. Still so brave. I'll admit it, I'm impressed. You're interesting, princess, and a lot more fun than I thought you'd be. As thanks for the entertainment, I'll share a little something with you. Alcaster doesn't want you safe because he's a good man. The type of man he is doesn't have a heart. That man won't do anything that won't benefit him in the future. What do you mean? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Who? Wait. Is that someone, Sir Mithros? Varg's serious smile stretches further across his face. Oh, so you can think for yourself. Oh, so you can think for yourself. What does Sir Mithros want? A lot of things. Ask me again when you can be more specific. Now, why don't you enlighten me? What's a good girl like you doing out at this time of night? I needed some air. Is that so? Well, I'm sure you've had quite enough, so... Varg pulls back from me the moment the footsteps sound. He swivels on the spot, his body tense. I feel a hand on my shoulder and realize, belatedly, that it is not Varg's. I am pulled away from his grasp. Ooh! Waltz? Quickly! What? Varg is cut off as he defends himself when a sword suddenly strikes at his direction. Ah! I would keep your eyes on me, scoundrel, unless you do not fear being skewered. That man... It's Karma! He was the one who was with Waltz when I was chased down the streets. His features are familiar. Is that Karma? Yes! Come on, Jaybird! But we need to get you back to the Marchen. You're not going anywhere, princess. Try as you might, you're not getting through me. I have to fight you clowns? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. My funny friend, don't make me bend in half. You know, I've never actually seen that movie, but I just watch the one scene over and over again, the one song over and over again, because I love Tim Curry. Hopefully I don't get copyright. I see Varg lift his cane, but Waltz pulls me around the corner before I can see what happens next. God damn! Holy fuck! Okay! What just happened? Did Varg... I turn around to check, but Waltz keeps pulling me forward. I've barely even stepped into the Marchen before Delora pulls me into a hug. Thank goodness you're safe. Delora, Karma is still... waltz pauses in surprise as an intense light erupts in the middle of a march-in. For a few moments, I am struck blind. As light begins to fade away, I see Parfait. Her expression is grim as she holds on to the man who helped us earlier.
Waltz, please get Rumple right away.
Right away. Right away, Lady Parfait. Together we carefully set him down on the sofa. Now that I can see the injured man more closely, I come to the conclusion that I was right earlier. Karma?
Yes, he is badly injured.
Parfait, what are you doing using the teleportation spell? You know what it does to your body.
It was his cane. It was enchanted, and I didn't think.
Parfait shifts on her feet before losing her balance and stumbling backwards. Dolores catches her before she can fall.
I didn't have a choice. He would have been killed. He would have killed another otherwise.
I was right then. I should have gone. What's all the noise? The instant Rumple sees Karma, his puzzled expression sharpens into something more serious. Rumple strides forward with a confidence I did not expect. I need hot water and the bag Annis keeps in the kitchen. I'll grab it for you. Who is this man and what has he done with Rumple?
Rumple recovered one of his journal entries the other day. He's remembered that he's a doctor.
That doesn't really explain why his entire demeanor has changed, but I suppose that's not important right now.
I'm so glad you're safe, Princess.
I've never seen Parfait look this tired. Parfait, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me, Princess. I'll be fine.
Like any of us are going to believe that. I have so many questions for the two of them, and I have no idea where to start. My brain feels like a scrambled board full of puzzle pieces that won't fit together.
Oh, don't fuss. I really am.
What is going on?
Delora, why don't you get the princess something to drink? I'll come and join you shortly.
Delora sets a mug down in front of me before taking a seat beside me. Chocolate, hot and sweet. I raided the pantry for you. It smells exactly like something I'd have in the palace. I did not know there was chocolate here. Annis thinks she can hide it from us, but she can't. Wow, we stole someone else's chocolate. Hey, that reminds me of Fred. Never mind. I won't talk about it. Will Karma be alright? Rumple is apparently a renowned doctor. Karma will be fine. I do not know how this happened. It was just meant to be a simple test, but now Karma and Parfait are hurt because of Varg. They shouldn't have come. They did not have to come for me. But they came because they were worried about you. Why do these people care so much about me? What do they really want? They would not have been hurt if they did not come. I went to meet you, but when I got to the plaza, you were gone. I thought there might be some magic barring me from seeing you, so I ran to the margin and asked for everyone's help. I messed up. They were hurt because I failed.
The only one to blame is Varg.
Are you alright? You're limping.
I'll be fine. I'm just tired.
Parfait takes a seat on the opposite side of the table from Delora and I.
Have you told her?
No, not yet. Told me what? Is this about Alcaster? No, it's about Varg. I waited a good half hour or so at the house after you'd left, Jaybird. No one came, so I just walked out, but Fritz wasn't there. He wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. What? But where would he have gone?
Princess. Fritz is cursed. You know this, yes?
Of course, he remembered me. But what does his being cursed have to do with anything? This is fucking fun! Watch me be right. Watch me be right, fellows! Whenever you're with Fritz, Varg never stops by the house. In fact, I've never seen Varg in broad daylight, and I've definitely never seen Fritz and Varg together in the same place at once.
I'm wondering why Varg is working for Alcaster. And there's the fact that he wears a mask and conceals his identity.
Not really well, but they're linking Varg and Fritz together. That's not possible, but he is an idiot. Whatever you're thinking, it's ridiculous. So an entire kingdom forgetting they have a crown princess. So is an entire kingdom forgetting they have a crown princess. Magic works in strange and mysterious ways. But Fritz would never...
It's only a theory, but it's more than possible that Fritz and Varg are the same person. It's not a theory, it's a fact, okay, honey? I knew this the entire time, alright? It's not that hard to figure out. Is this what they call dramatic irony? I don't know. Two personalities sharing one body.
No. I stand and ball my hands into tight fists. You're wrong. I turn to walk away. No, you're fucking wrong. You're a fucking idiot. If you weren't able to see that, you're a fucking moron, okay? Where are you going? Princess, we're not done talking to you.
Delora, give her time.
I do not go too far. I just want to give myself enough space to think. Fritz and Varg are the same? It is not possible, but if it is, you fucking idiot! Why would Dolores say that? Because it's fucking true, you fucking idiot! Princess! Princess! Oh, Princess! Sir Mithras? No! Where did he come from? And how does he know who I am? Because he's a fucking witch. Did Alcaster tell him? And Sir Mithras believed him? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Could it be that Sir Mithras is the someone Varg was referring to? Thank goodness you're all right. How did he know where I was? I am so sorry for my lack of foresight, Princess. None of this should have happened. I will serve you properly from now on, with complete honesty, unlike those within the margin. You shouldn't have left the Leviton home. It is too dangerous for you. Sir Mithras has not seen me since I have been cursed. So why is he talking to me as if he knows who I am? Not only that, but he knows I left the Leverton home. So you remember that I am the Crown Princess, Sir Mithras? I cannot lie to you, Princess. Yes, I do remember. How is that possible? I am a witch. A witch? Father would never let a witch work in the palace. I feel the cogs of my mind slowly whirling, piecing together a puzzle I cannot see in full. The witch who set the alarm on the Leverton home, this person Sir Alcaster wants a favor from, and the person he and Varg are working for. It's him? Yes. But you must believe me when I say I mean you no harm. I only want to protect you from the people in the margin. Protect me? Those in the margin have cursed you. It is unforgivable. When I heard what they did to Varg in order to abduct you. Abduct me from Varg? Who is Varg? You would not believe me if I told you the truth. I believed you when you said you were a witch. True. Forgive my assuming, Princess. I take a deep breath and look him in the eyes. Are Varg and Fritz the same person? Yes, in that they inhabit the same body. So Delora was telling the truth. Duh, you fucking moron! But it was necessary. Fritz was not willing to follow some of my orders that ensured your safety. Varg, however, is obedient and a more capable bodyguard. Nothing can be allowed to stand in the way of your safety, least of all the knight who is meant to protect you. Are you the one who cursed him? Yes. He said that without even batting an eye. My princess, you must believe me. Those in the margin are only lying to you, trying to keep you away from your destiny. They are your enemies. How can you know that? I do not wish to bring up uncomfortable subjects, but you must be aware of the public's opinion of you. Yes, they hate me for some reason, and they want Emmeline to be crowned princess in my palace. Sir Mithras nods, his expression solemn but flickering with sympathy. And the Marchen people have cursed you, haven't they? Such a curse keeps you from your rightful place. He is right. I believe you have been cursed because they see you as a threat to their true goal. Their true goal? Perhaps they meant to teach you a lesson, so to speak, because they irrationally despise you. Such people cannot be trusted. They only seek to use you and hurt you for their own pleasure. They will probably do anything in their power to keep you from breaking your curse. I cannot let that happen. I failed my queen in this once. I shall not fail you. Could that be true? Delora and Parfait are trying to balance the light and darkness in the kingdom, and the curse is meant to teach me. So could what Mr. Mithras is saying really be true? What he says makes sense. Doubt it. Or I'm gonna doubt him. But it cannot be true, right? I don't believe you. The people at the Marchen are not. Would good people curse you, even knowing how much you would suffer as a consequence? If they truly cared about you, would they curse you? Cinderella might be the one who cursed me, but everyone else in the Marchen doesn't seem to think anything of it. I do not know what to think. I know this is difficult to believe coming from me, so why not ask them, Princess? Ask the Marchen traitors if they consider you a threat. Ask if they do not intend for you to suffer beneath the weight of your curse. You will learn that I have not lied. I go back to the Marchen with dark thoughts swirling in my head. There you are. We were worried about you. All I've been doing is trying to get answers from Delora. Why is it more difficult this time? Jaybird, are you okay? Where's Parfait? Rumpel and Waltz are saying to her. The others are all in bed. Is something wrong? What do I say? How can I possibly ask them? My throat is closing up. Did you know what would happen after you cursed me? Did you intend for me to suffer? Jaybird, Did she? Could Sir Mithras have been right? Anger rises up within me. Do you know how it felt to sleep out in the cold, without shoes, without food, not knowing if I would ever have a roof over my head again? Do you know what it was like for my own father to look at me and not see me as his daughter? I advance on Delora and she shrinks back, pointedly looking away from me. You knew all of that was going to happen and still you cursed me. And you call yourself good? Princess, how could you? Jaybird, I have my reasons. Very important reasons. Is it because I'm a threat to you somehow? Delora's expression shows me that she's hiding something. She has been hiding something since the beginning. I wouldn't put it that way. Did you curse me to teach me some sort of twisted lesson? I told you before, Princess, that the wicked were taught to be good through curses. Everything I've done is to help you. Delora's face is pale. I can see the anxiety in her eyes, as well as the guilt. She's not me to say anything else. Delora cursed me to hurt me. No, she didn't. If she had wanted me to break it, she would have helped me, rather than just criticize my every move. All that she has succeeded in is keeping me from my birthright, and those at the Marchen all agree with that sentiment. Jaybird, I'm serious. I really just want to help you. Serious? When she has done nothing to help me? The answer is obvious. Delora does not want me to succeed. They are not different. They are the same. They are the same as everyone else. Sir Mithras was right. No, you're fucking stupid. I cannot believe I trusted you. I thought everyone here was different. I thought you were different. But I was wrong. I turned to leave. Jaybird, wait! I make my way back to where I was earlier, making sure no one has followed me. I see that Sir Mithras stands firmly in the same place. As I draw nearer, I notice that his expression is concerned, his eyes gentle. It's all a trap! Are you alright? I take a moment to assess my feelings. There is anger, but also resignation. Was I expecting him to be right all along? Rough night, huh? Where did Bard come from? I'm afraid our princess has learned the true nature of her Martian friends. I do not have to speak with everyone to know. No one in that place has any reason to help me. It's naive to think that their kindness does not come with a price. Come, let us leave this place at once. Sir Mithras holds out his hand for me, but I do not take it. I instinctively take a step back. Is something wrong? Where do you intend to take me? To your rightful place, I will take you back to the palace. How? No one there will believe you. And you knew who I was right from the beginning. Why did you not take me back to the palace earlier? I apologize for the delay, but I was making preparations for your return. Preparations? You will find out soon enough. Can I really trust Sir Mithras? No! At this point, I am not sure whom I am supposed to trust anymore. I'd rather stay with Fritz. My eyes fly to Varg, but I do not sense any of Fritz's warmth on his face. His lips slowly curl into a smile when he meets my gaze. So, the princess knows, huh? Where's Fritz? Sleeping. Should I wake him up for you? I'm not in the mood for jokes, Varg. I want Fritz back. You wound me, princess. You choose him over me. I can protect you better than he can. His smile becomes more malicious when he sees the irritation on my face. I will be safer under Fritz's care. Oh, will you now? Because I'm confident you'll be safer under mine. Varg, do not be disrespectful to the princess. Varg scoffs but says nothing more when Sir Mithras turns to me. Princess, it is of the utmost importance that you are kept safely away from the Martian, and the palace is the safest place I can think of. And also, your mother requires something of you. What is he talking about? Mother is dead! Tell me what it is. I cannot talk about this here. Once you return to the palace, I will tell you all that you need to know. Right now, I must return to the palace to make the final arrangements. Varg will escort you to the Levertons so that you may gather your things. At dawn, come to the palace gates. I will ensure your entrance and safety from there. Until tomorrow, princess. Sir Mithras bows to me but does not even spare Varg a glance as he walks away. I turn to look at Varg. It is still hard to believe that he and Fritz could possibly be the same person. Not really. His hair color, posture, and personality are also different from Fritz, but everything else is pretty similar, okay? How could they be the same person? Well, his hair length, his eyes, his skin, his fucking earrings. That's pretty much it. His facial structure. Do I have something on my face? I close the distance between us with a single step. Watch yourself, princess. I bite. Woo! Kinky? You do not. Excuse you? Varg looks slightly shocked by my straightforwardness, which is surprising in an end of itself. There's no reason for me to be afraid of you. If this is Sir Mithras' doing, then he won't let Varg hurt me. Mithras has a terrible habit of running his mouth, doesn't he? I ignore the flare of awareness in the pit of my stomach as I look closely at Varg's face. They are the same height and build, but that is not so strange. I lean in closer still so that I can look past the shape of his mask. His eyes are the same. Yeah, I told you! They are Fritz's eyes. I can no longer deny everything Sir Mithras and Delora have told me. The man standing before me is both Fritz and a stranger. One of the people I thought I knew best, but now know nothing about. You are Fritz's curse, but I have not heard of a fairy tale that involves two people sharing one body. Red Riding Hood. Yeah? You should really brush up on your fairy tales. Varg's voice is suddenly lower, a low growl in his throat. I should redo that then. Yeah, you really should brush up on your fairy tales. There you go. I feel a shiver run down my spine. I try to run away, only to have my attempt thwarted by Varg, who stops me by reaching out to grab my arm. You cannot hurt me even if you wanted to. Fritz would never. Oh? But I'm not Fritz. Your sad little puppy might worship the ground you walk on. He might sit and beg for even a single scrap of your attention. But guess what? I'm not your dog. He abruptly releases me and turns swiftly on his heels before walking away, footsteps smooth. For a moment I stand there, shocked. How could he insult Fritz in such a manner if they're the same person? How could a curse change Fritz into someone like Varg? Say nothing, defend Fritz. Say nothing. Why does he have that opinion of Fritz? If anything, Varg is the animal. Fritz is twice the man he is. Woo! He is twice the man he is! Varg continues to walk forward ever so slowly, but it remains rooted in place. Eventually rolls around and looks at me. Any day now, princess. I study his expression and body language. While his glaring might have made me nervous earlier, it does not faze me now. All this time I've been uneasy about you, even though it is your mission to keep me safe. But if that's the case, why do you seek to frighten and overpower me at every turn? I raise my eyebrow at him, then take a confident step forward. This time it is Varg that shirks away from me. Whew! Does having to answer to Sir Mithras and Sir Alcaster chafe at you, Varg? I suspect it does. I know that Fritz sometimes struggles with their commands as well. Their commands as well. Unlike you, however, Fritz does not take his frustrations out on other people. He does not lash out at others by scaring them. And he certainly does not protect people by stalking them from the shadows. Varg's hands clench over his cane as he glowers at me. You always talk about that idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him? You want to know the truth, Jaybird? You're wondering how two personalities can share the same body? Well, sure, magic was the catalyst, but the other part of the magic, well, that was all Fritz. What? You think Fritz is some great honorable knight? Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And then you know what? I wouldn't exist. What is he suggesting? Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, princess. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life. And now here I am. No, you're wrong. Fritz twisted and dark? I do not believe it. I think I know Fitzgerald a lot better than you do, Jaybird. Don't think I act this way of my free will, at least not completely. I have these compulsions. Oh, goddamn! Fritz is fucking kinky then! Goddamn! Woo! 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 Freaking sadist! The spark in Varg's eyes is dangerous. His eyes suddenly seem out of focus as he stares at me, his gaze glassy. His expression suddenly twists, becoming something dark and anguished. He doubles over to the ground with a pained gasp. You are meant to be asleep! Who is he talking to? Fritz. What? I watch in horror as Varg's body is eclipsed by a slow-moving shadow. The darkness envelops his body, and all I can do is stare in shock as his figure fades into a black silhouette. Oh! Before I can decide whether to go to his side or not, the shadows tumble like a fallen cloak. I immediately recognize the man standing before me. Costume change! Woo! Fritz! Oh, I didn't mean to yell that. Princess, what are we doing here? You don't remember? Fritz places a hand on his head and cringes. I see him stumble slightly as he slowly rises. I'm not sure. I remember falling asleep. Then there was this distant pain that woke me up. And now I'm suddenly here? With you. Did Varg's emotions somehow trigger Fritz into waking? I'm sorry, Princess. My mind is a little foggy. I don't understand what's going on right now. Fritz shakes his head before turning to look at me with a tired, faint smile. Perhaps I'll feel better once I get some rest. You're right. Let's go back. I feel the tenseness come back into my body as I remember all of the things that transpired at the march-in. The building is dim at night. It looks more like a place of shadows than anything else. I clench my hands into fists and try not to shake. They intended to hurt me. They wanted me to suffer. My heart hardens into something cold and sharp as ice. Their kindness was a lie. Mother taught me people were like this. I should have listened to her. I finally turn away from the march-in with conviction. I am not meant to stay there. I must go back to where I belong. Oh, no, fuck. Jaybird, are you alright? Why wouldn't I be?
Your personal maid left last night.
Yes.
Is it true that you caught her trying to steal one of your dolls?
Why would I lie about that?
I am sorry.
Why?
Because she betrayed your trust.
Impossible. I did not trust her in the first place.
But wasn't she with you for years?
Yes.
And you are not at all saddened by her change of heart?
She saw the opening to take something from me and took it. I am not surprised nor sad. It was to be expected. All people use others to take things that they want.
Yeah, me too. Same here.
What? Is this the same day? Princess, why are we here? Oh, the same chapter. That's what I meant. He really doesn't remember anything about last night. I guess his memories must truly be separate from Varg's. I've been trying to remember, but my memories feel like they're slipping through my fingers. Why won't you talk to me, Princess? If I said or did something wrong yesterday, I'm sorry. You did not do anything wrong, Fritz. He was the one at fault, not you. He? When I open my mouth to tell him about Varg, I find that the words are stuck in my throat. I turn away after a few moments, the gloom settling back on my shoulders. But after hearing what Varg said, I do not have the courage to tell him, not yet. You think Fritz is some great honorable knight? Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And then you know what? I wouldn't exist. Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, Princess. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. Why won't you look at me? Have I been a fool to so blindly trust Fritz all of this time too? Princess, you are here. Sir Mithros, the preparations are complete. You are now free to enter your old home. Sir Mithros pushes open the gates and walks through. I take a deep breath and then follow after him. I have so many emotions inside of me right now that I cannot even begin to parse through them. Before I can take more than a few steps forward, Fritz's fingers curl around my wrist. Princess, what is happening? The look in his eyes is familiar. He wears the same concern and worry for me that he always does. He seems every bit himself, but he is no longer the same person to me. I'm going home, Fritz. Pull my arm away from his grasp and follow Sir Mithras into the palace without looking back. Why are you being so edgy? I don't like this. Chapter 6. Resurrection. Oh no. Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna go through this and then I'm gonna be done.
Tell me the story again.
Do you never tire of that story, love?
Please?
Well, since you asked so nicely. Once upon a time, there was a queen who had a daughter.
That she loved very much.
But the kingdom the queen ruled was a cruel and mean place. that people were liars and thieves, and it was terribly dangerous. The queen knew that the kingdom would never be safe for her beloved daughter if she didn't work to change it. So the queen worked day and night.
With magic?
Hush, dear. Hush, dear! So the queen worked day and night and used her magic to take the bad people's energy from them so they couldn't cheat and steal and lie. And then the queen made sure that the energy would stay with her and her beloved daughter so nothing could harm them ever again. And the queen and her daughter lived
Happily ever after.
There are 2 days remaining until my 18th birthday. Well, then good then. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. I hate getting copyrighted for that. But I am going to be copyrighted for that anyways.
But anyway, guys. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Cinderella Phenomenon and you want to see more, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!